Hello, everybody. Hello. Again. We're honored to have with us a man of men, a real American patriot, something, that doesn't exist in the masses anymore. Just this irate, tireless minority. Myself, Judge Andrew Napolitano, Scott Ritter, Douglas McGregor, and others, a small group of people, a couple of thousand of us compared to the hundreds of thousands on the other side in the media that just keep feeding you crap. And the judge really knows what he's talking about when it comes to our constitutional rights, our Bill of Rights, and the loss of our Declaration of Independence. And it just keeps getting worse. And the judge has a current article out that's coming tomorrow that says more about it, how bad it's getting. Judge, thanks for being here today.
It's a pleasure to be with you, Gerald. Thank you again for your very generous introduction.
Well, no,
people that watch us should know that the two of us are best friends.
Yeah,
but it still puts goosebumps on my arms when you say those things about me.
Well, it's so true, and as everybody knows, I was the first to say, going back, back to November, December of last year, that the best presidential ticket would be RFK Jr. for president and Judge Andrew Napolitano for vice president. And you know me, I'm a man of facts, and I put out a magazine with only facts in it. And the fact is that when it comes to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and what you know about it, what you've taught about it, and as a judge, there's nobody that could come close to you. So I'm very honored not only to be your friend, but to have you on talking to the people to do what we can to change the course of action. Before we go into what you wrote about, there was we had a peace rally, Humanity for Peace, in New York City.
I wish I could have been there. I was away for the weekend.
And last week, not that many people showed up. It was a great, Scott Ritter was there. It was a number of people. It was great speakers. But it was so sad to see how few people turned out. But here's a couple of things. One, the crowd was diverse. Young, old, white, black, Asian, male, female, great variety of people. And I kept resonating in my mind what you said last week when you were talking about how they're robbing us of our freedom and how they keep taking us to wars and how few people resist. And you said, where are the people? You said words to that effect. Where are the people? Where are the people? And it just kept resonating with me. And I keep thinking, where are the people? As I said during the rally, where were all those Quakers? Were they dying in an earthquake? Where are the Seventh-day Adventists? They waited for the eighth day? Where are the Mormons? Where are the Catholics? Where are the Jews? Where are the Muslims? Where are all the religions? In American, all the currencies in the United States, the printed currencies, they say, in God we trust. What God you talking about? What God you talking about? What God supports murderous wars? Oh, and by the way, just before he came on the air, the news is out. Biden's asking for more money and more weapons to send to Ukraine.
Well, I thought Mrs. Pelosi had taken care of that back when the Democrats controlled the House. They gave him a blank check for $113 billion. We don't know how much of it he's spent. Independent calculations say as much as $68 billion. The Defense Department, the Pentagon, which twice has revised its numbers by $3 billion, says he's only spent $48 billion. But whatever it is, he should be golden until Election Day 2024. He's got another $50 billion to spend. He's going to ask for more money.
Yep.
Sadly, he'll probably get it.
Oh, yeah.
The War Party, which is 95% of Congress, they'll give it to him.
Yep. So what in God we trust? What God are they talking about?
I think it's just become a
man. What God are they talking about?
It's become a secular moniker. It doesn't refer to God the Father or Yahweh. It's just a secular historic phrase that is essentially meaningless in the culture or in the morality of the United States. I wrote a piece you and I talked about it maybe a year and a half ago, called Why Do Presidents Kill? The short answer is because they can, because it makes them look macho and like a hero. Why did Biden blow people away with a drone? Why did Trump assassinate a peaceful Iranian general who was talking about peace with Iraq on his way to lunch in Iraq, an ally of the United States, blow him away with a drone? Why did Obama blow away 2 Americans in Yemen with a drone? Because they can get away with it, and it gives them a feeling of having accomplished something, and they can boast about it, and they can expand their power. They don't consider the horrific damage. People are dead. The damage to the Constitution. The president gets away with something on Monday. It's easier to do on Tuesday. The fabric of our law. Well, the president has the power to kill. Look at what his predecessors did. They don't realize the horrific harm that comes about from them exceeding the bounds of the Constitution. We don't have a Constitution anymore. I mean, it exists in name only. It exists formally, but not functionally.
We don't have a Constitution anymore. And again, the things that you said about these guys, they're murderers.
Yes,
but
they are.
But they're presidents, so they could be murderers. And, it's okay. Again, as we said, they're the Republicans and the Democrats. They're the Crips and the Bloods. They're murderers and thieves. The mob probably looks up to them because they could get away with more than they can. I mean, really, we're talking about evil people. This is demonic evilness that when you think you have the right to kill anybody that you want, and people accept this. If you or I did it, why those murderous bastards? Why, how dare they kill people? Only I could kill people. I am the president of the United States. I can kill whoever I want, wherever I want, whenever I want. And I'm sane. I'm not demonic. I'm not evil. We have evil, demonic people. What you are expressing about these people is evil and demonic.
Yes, there's no question about it. And what you have said, they have done, and they do it in secret. When Barack Obama killed Anwar al-Awlaki and his son, the father was born in New Mexico. The son was born in Virginia. They were sitting at an outdoor cafe in Yemen, and they were vaporized like that. And Eric Holder, I may have said this on your show, I don't remember. Eric Holder had prepared a legal memo justifying the killing, and somehow the memo was leaked to NBC, and then somebody at NBC sent it to Fox, and I looked at it, and I went on air and explained it. The memo was based on the right of the police to shoot at bank robbers when bank robbers are shooting at them. What? What does that have to do with killing somebody who's innocently walking down the street? That would have flunked a first-year law school class. That's how pedestrian, unsophisticated, and inept this legal theory was by which Obama killed people. Trump used the same theory. Biden used the same theory. Unless people are prosecuted when they violate the Constitution, like the FBI spying using illegal software, the FBI spying on foreigners and then on the Americans to whom the foreign persons speak, unless there's a consequence to this, the government will keep doing it.
Yep. Yeah, it's sad. And again, you make show us in so many different ways how we've lost our rights. And you have an article that's coming out tomorrow. Again, the headline of this is just ridiculous to show how stupid this whole thing is. The FBI unwittingly investigates itself. The FBI,
you can't make this up.
Before we go into this, the FBI, and I say this over and over again, tell me the great things that the FBI has done in our entire lifetime. Tell me one thing.
I can't. I can tell you about the stings they've done. I can tell you about the innocent people they've entrapped. I can tell you about the tens of millions of Americans on whom they've spied. I can tell you about their regular, consistent, systematic violation of the Constitution.
By the way, they just pardoned these guys that they from Newburgh. Do you know about that one? That
No.
the FBI sent this guy to. What was it about? It wasn't 9/11. It was something else that they were going to do. Anyway, these poor guys in
yes, I did read about that. They were in jail for 20 years, and then a judge accepted evidence that the FBI destroyed their rights, held back evidence against them from their defense counsel, and he set them free.
Yeah, but not only that, they sent this murderous guy there to go talk these guys into doing it.
Correct. Well, that's what they do. They love to find a loner, a lone wolf, a person disenchanted with society, and that either one of them undercover or somebody that they're prosecuting, doing favors for them undercover, talks the loner into doing something evil. And then they'll give him a barrel of a talcum powder and tell him it's explosives. And as he's about to light the talcum powder, 50 of them will swoop in with cameras and arrest him, and then claim that they saved the subways. The subways, of course, were never in danger. It was just talcum powder. The whole thing was a setup. Yep. How do they decide who to trigger like that? Well, whoever it is, those guys go away for a long time. But crime is defined as harm. No one was harmed by that except us, because our tax dollars and our resources were used for it, and our Constitution was crushed, and our National Police Department, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, is out creating crime to make themselves look like heroes.
Well, you ended by your article by saying that today's FBI is effectively a domestic spying operation, nowhere authorized in the Constitution. It should be defunded and disbanded.
Yes. Yes. I mean, the article is about the FBI getting wind of the use of illegal software, and it takes them 6 months to figure out who's using it, and it was them. So management didn't know that the guys and the girls in the field were using this. It was imported by an importer who had been forbidden to import it. It was imported from a manufacturer who's on the Commerce Department blacklist, because this Israeli manufacturer called NSO creates spyware that lets the FBI enter your mobile phone or your desktop on a process called zero click, where they don't have to trick you into clicking onto a link. One of the few good things that Joe Biden did when he was told about zero click, he banned it. He has the authority to do that. And so the FBI bought zero click from another manufacturer. And then Biden banned it from that other manufacturer. And then the FBI's zero click importer, the guy that runs the warehouse where they store this zero click stuff, imported more of